Hello and happy Monday. So this week I am calling Science Light. The assignments are going to be pretty short in an effort to give some people time to make up some previous assignments, either the thing explainer that we did before school was closed or some past online assignments, because now there's quite a few people in the category that want to raise their grade, and it can be difficult to stay caught up and also go back and do some makeup work. So this is our Science Light Week. Get it? The light air balloons and the light. This is actually a time-lapse video of a hot air balloon event in New Mexico. I will put the link in Canvas because it's really a pretty cool video. It has music and everything if you want to just watch it to relax. Hot air balloons are so cool. So we are going to, this week, look at the thing explainer. And for those of you who already did it, your assignment is going to be very short. You're just going to look at a short thing explainer about a tree and then answer a few questions and you are done. If you have not done your thing explainer, then you're still going to do the questions to make sure you understand the idea of this, and then you can begin working on your own thing explainer. So why do I use this? This is a book by Randall Munroe. Our science book also ends every unit with a section from his book in the thing explainer. So what he does is he explains very complicated things using very simple language. So he has taken the 1,000 words people use the most. So in other words, the 1,000 words that people use the most, and 1,000 is not one of those words, so he can't say it. And so what he's done is he explains how he counted those words, and then he puts the list of words in the back of the book, and he writes about some pretty complicated stuff sticking to just these words. Now, why do I want you to do it? Well, today we're going to look at an example of this tree in his book. And the reality is students often do PowerPoints, even research papers, opinion pieces where they copy stuff from the internet. They might reword it, but they really have no understanding of what it's about. And I see this over and over again. But in order to write in the thing explainer style, you actually do have to understand what it is that you are writing about. And then you have to think, you have to be creative too. So it's not just copying things from the internet, because you have to decide how to reword things. So I'm going to do this example of the tree, because tree is something we can all understand. It doesn't take much past knowledge to understand about a tree. And then those of you who are finished with your thing explainer, just answer the questions about the tree. Those of you who are not done with your thing explainer, then there's a part 3, a section 3 to this lesson after the questions. So here's the pointy cat. This animal walks around slowly, climbing trees and eating leaves and sticks. It's covered in sharp points that can stick in your skin, so most animals don't bother it. By the way, this is a non-pointy cat. This is Fezzik. He was bugging me while I'm trying to do this video, so I thought I would just let you see him. He is my Maine Coon cat. So, a pointy cat, the questions will simply say, like, what is a pointy cat usually called? And if you look at the picture, you can figure it out. He was talking about a porcupine. Quiet night catcher. These birds fly very quietly and have big eyes to catch animals on the ground in the dark. People think of them as knowing a lot of things, although they may just be because they're quiet and have big eyes. So instead of saying people think of them as being wise, he had to come up with another way of saying wise. So he said people think of them as knowing lots of things. Storm burn. When flashes of power from storms hit a tree, they can burn a line in the wood. Broken branch hole. When a tree gets hurt, like if a branch breaks off, the place where it got hurt grows differently, just like when skin gets cut. Sometimes animals get in through these spots and make the hole bigger. Head-hitting bird. This kind of bird hits trees with its head, making holes in the wood with its sharp mouth. They make holes to find things to eat, and some also make holes to live in. Leaves. Trees make power from the sun's light using leaves. The green stuff in leaves eats light, and the kind of the air we breathe out and turns it into power and the kind of air we breathe in. So that paragraph would show me, if a student were to write that, that they understood what photosynthesis was. The green stuff, the chlorophyll in the leaves, does photosynthesis or eats light, and the kind of air we breathe out, that would be carbon dioxide, and turns it into power or energy, and the kind of air we breathe in, which is oxygen. The gray tree jumper, these little animals sleep in big round houses made of sticks and leaves high up in the branches. Dirt branches, trees grow branches down into the ground like the ones in the air. The air branches get light from the sun while the ground branches get water and food from the dirt. They spread way out, are often further than the air branches, but usually not very deep. The skin. The outer skin of a tree is where growing happens and where they carry food up and down. Cutting off a ring of skin all the way around a tree will kill it. Trees grow by adding new layers and grow differently in different parts of the year. If you cut open a tree, you can see old layers and count them to tell how many years old the tree is. So there was a nice explanation of dating using the rings of growth in trees. Walking flies, these tiny animals live in big groups and make holes. Most of them don't have babies. Each family has one mother who makes all the new animals for the house. They usually don't fly, and they're not much like houseflies. They're in the same group with the kinds whose back has a stinger. Long biters without arms or legs, sleeping. These long, thin, cold-blooded animals don't usually hang out together and sometimes eat each other. During winter, though, lots of different kinds come together and sleep, all wrapped up together in big holes under the ground where it's warmer. Here's some long-eared jumpers and long hole makers. What might those normally be called? And here is a student thing explainer. So if you are one of the people who needs to do a thing explainer, I will show you this in the directions in section 3. The rest of you, or all of you, just answer the few short questions about the tree to make sure you understand how it works, and then that will be it for the day.